Sabronis. This is the Sabo Standard Podcast with me, Taylor, and CamDog as usual. It's been a 2-week little break. We took last week off without intent of taking last week off. You were going to be off last week. I gave you the week off. We're supposed to do an interview.
Well, thanks, Dad. Thanks for giving me the week off, Dad.
I figured you have been working so hard, grinding so hard, and you do so much outside of our podcast and work.
I do.
You really are. You are a busy man. You do a lot, and you do a lot of good things for other people besides just coming on here and talking some sports with me. So I gave you the week off.
Thanks, man.
But I did take the week off. I actually had Zach Salee, legend, Galleon legend, University of Findlay commit. That was one thing that he talked about. He came on, and obviously the episode didn't get uploaded. So first off, Zach knows that he'll come back in at some point. We'll redo it. We'll get it done, and it'll get uploaded. It was my fault. Error on my end. The whole thing went great. Zach did a great job, and I screwed it all up. Stupid error on my end. Just as I learned how to get this done correctly. So thanks, Zach. Sorry, Zach. Can't wait to have you on again, Zach. But just want to give that guy a shout out. University of Findlay outside linebacker commit. He's excited for it. We're excited for him, and so he is the first official athlete of the Sabo Standard Podcast. So
I am a graduate of the University of Findlay. My master's.
Yeah.
Ask me how many times I was on that campus.
How many times were you on that campus?
One. I was there. I had to go maybe twice. I think I had to do some Saturday school things, but whatever. Yeah, I need to go to my graduation.
Yeah, you and Zach Salee are going to be Findlay alumni brothers. So then, because I have no doubts his career will be he'll do a good job there. I have no doubts about it. So,
what if he tears it up and he starts going to transfer portal though?
Well, I mean, anything is possible in this new age of college football. So, but we will get Zach on. We'll also get my boy Aiden Schmidt here on soon. Coach Dick's going to join eventually. So we got a long list. Galleon legend Ho Ho Hunter, he's gonna come on. His legal name is not Ho Ho, by the way. It's what he's always gone by. I wouldn't know why, but if you see Holden Hunter, you would assume why. My boy Jermaine Burkett, aka G, he is we're working on him. He's a college coach himself right now. He's been working his way up. So when I texted him, he's like, "Hey, I'm sorry, I'm on the recruiting trail." I'm like, "Hey, listen, you do you, buddy. You take your time. We'll get you on when you get on." So we have some interviews lined up. We kind of talked when we have those interviews lined up. You get the week off. But if there's breaking news, there's big stuff, we want to have a short little episode, we can. Here we are.
Yeah.
Here we are. You and I back together. It's been an eventful 2 weeks. Yep. We should call ourselves the Febreze Brothers because feeling so fresh right now.
That's a terrible idea, actually. Febreze idea. Yeah. Febreze Brothers. So if we do laundry together, we'll be stuck on things awkwardly.
Yeah.
Wasn't that beautiful? I made that as awkward as I could on purpose. Yeah. Did it work?
You've watched more sports these last 2 weeks than I have. I have started getting into some college basketball a little bit, like I said I would, but it's been a busy 2 weeks. Just kind of with some random things going on. Obviously, work has been. We were off Monday or remote day on Monday. 2-hour delays Tuesday, Thursday. I was gone Friday, Saturday. I was in Pittsburgh this last weekend for a coach's clinic, and then end up having another snow day today. That was kind of shock out of the blue for us. Never can complain. Sorry, it's not a snow day today. It's a remote learning day. So I really grinded hard. I got some good work done for these kids. So, like Joel Penley always says, how do we reach these kids?
Were you drilling down on some data?
Oh, data. Tomorrow, I might actually plan my own data meeting tomorrow and really go over the data that I went over today. So,
just so you know, I'm tempted to grab my sunglasses and do a Joe Biden, but I'm resisting.
Thank you. You're growing. You've read the feedback.
No, I didn't actually. Actually, here's a funny thing. I have a kid in class. I'm gonna give him a shout out. Caden. He was like, he goes, "Hey, how come I left a comment on the TikToks and like your buddy doesn't even reply to it? It's like I don't even exist. Am I not even allowed to be a friend anymore?" Like, and I'm like, slow down, dude. And I said, maybe he's just busy. I don't know, man. And I said, I'm not on the TikToks. I don't know, but
I know. I need to get you on there. He does, but I don't know his last name on there, but he's like, get this guy off. We need more Cameron. He wants you to have your own show.
Actually, here's the thing. He actually is he's a very nice kid, and he's very respectful. And some of his takes are pretty cold, but some of them are pretty hot. He has he's not quite a cold cut trio, but he has some good stuff. He's always, and the funny thing is with him, he's always like, can you guys talk about Epstein? I'm like, we are talking this much about Epstein at all in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah,
here we are. I just brought it up, so he wins.
We are teachers, so there's certain things that we have to avoid, and
out of bounds.
Old Jeff is one of them. So
that's right.
Like I said, you watched some more sports, but like I said, I was in Pittsburgh this weekend for a coach's clinic. Good time. We had a good time, good safe time.
Who was the casino. Who was the speaker? Did you have a speaker?
There's a bunch. This is Glacier versus like. I like the Columbus one that we've always gone down before, the Ohio High School Coaches Association one. They get big speakers. They get Ryan Day. They get this year Fitzgerald, Penn State's new guy, Matt Campbell was there, and so they get bigger names like that. And I would rather listen to that. Glacier is more like lower names but really good teaching. There's good benefits to both. It was good for us as a staff to get out, kind of get away from our families and our kids a little bit. Talk a lot of football. At one point in time, me and like 4 other coaches we're in our hotel room together watching our second half of our Perkins game together from last year. I mean, we are a bunch of football nerds. We were watching a high school football game that we were just at part of this last 4 months ago, whatever at this point. Watching that again, just good time like that. We watched the first half of Baron Harding when we were down 21-7 right before halftime, scored a touchdown, and I'm coming back. So we watched that game together as a staff. We're watching the OH Report version on YouTube. It was a good time. Went to the casino on Saturday night. Coach, my friend won a couple thousand. My one friend won $450. He played some slots. He's walking around this 20. I see him, and he goes, sits down. He puts it in. He clicks. He gets it's big screen. And
yeah.
He clicks. He's like, how much do I have? I'm like, I don't know. Because the credit amount was it was weird, real weird. So he prints it out. He goes, shows to me, shows the other guy, $450. He's like
$20. That's a good investment.
I said, what are you gonna do now?
Not recommended, kids.
Yeah, no. I'm an adult who knows.
And if you have gambling problems, call 1-800-GAMBLING or whatever it is.
So, but this is where he's a good guy. I'm like, what are you gonna do next? You gonna put all on roulette? He goes, I'm done. So he cashed out. He had a good night. So self-control. He's an adults doing adult things. So
it's really funny. I remember one of the times I went to Vegas. We got like a $5 credit card, and so I never do slots. I think it's a waste most of the time because it's just pure chance. So I never do them. But I had $5. I'm like, what the heck? Why not? So I went in, and I think I had mine, and I think I had Amber's. And I put mine in. It was like, so I put hers in, and it was like, I won like $18, $20, something like that. And I was like, and I cashed out, and they were like, people were through, they're like, well, why don't you just keep playing? I'm like, no, man. They just they gave me $20. Why would I? Yeah. It's know when to stop.
My wife, she's the same. She'll go in with $100. She'll put it in. She'll win like $2, have 100. She's like, I'm done. No more. Where I'm like, hey, we're going in with this amount of money. I expect to lose it, and if I lose, I lose it. So, good fun.
I've never understood that concept. I'm going in to know I'm going to lose, so I'm just going to spend it all. Who has that kind of money? Who doesn't? That's like, it's the same concept with whatever areas and clubs that you go to. The whole concept of I'm going to go in knowing I'm going to lose all this money. I don't know, man. And I'm the schlep rock who mows yards for like $10. Because I'm like,
no, it's different if you go. It's different if it's a once a weekend thing for people. But I'm this is the first time I've been able to go to a casino in 4 or 5 years. It's been a long time, and so you go in, and I didn't. I lost like $25, so it was all good.
You're just there
all
for
good.
The free Mountain Dews that they bring you, right?
They come around. Yeah, Yeah, so it was a good time. But during that moment, I watched some Duke and Michigan, which we'll talk about some basketball in a second. You want to talk You want to talk the marquee event of the weekend, and that was the hockey game between the United States and Canada. You probably watched hockey all the last 2 weeks. I watched part of it in the car yesterday on the way home. One of the guys had it on his phone. We were kind of watching the scoreboard watching. Obviously, the American in me was like, USA, USA. But, like, did I actually watch it? No, of course not. I'm not a big hockey guy, taking some time off. But big deal. Go ahead. The floor is yours. This was your thing.
Yeah, so, you know, first of all, my hockey exposure is relatively low. I don't mind hockey. It's just not my thing. But I have a good friend, Alicia Strelecki. She's like all about hockey, so she texts me all the time. She's like, hockey, hockey, hockey. I'm like, yeah. And you know, I've been to some Blue Jackets games, you know, and I've done stuff like that. And what, you get a turnover or something? What's the deal? Are you shortstop from the Dominican Republic? What's the problem?
Keep going.
Okay. And so I'd watched the World Cup of Hockey or whatever it was, you know, when the United States and Canada started facing off and they beat the crap out of each other for like first 10 minutes. It was awesome. I'm like, this is
the Four Nations last year.
Yes, dude.
Yeah,
that was so good. I was like, it's kind of like when you watch NBA fights, because there's been so many fights in the NBA and like always be like, oh, that's a problem. What should we do about that? I'm like, dude, that's what I grew up watching. Were these guys beating the crap out of each other? I think it's hilarious. I think it's exciting, you know, but I know there's a lot more millions of dollars invested now, though. I get it. But that one, it was like a national pride kind of thing, you know, like, you know, and eat it, Trudeau. And so, yeah, I watched mostly the United States through the Olympics. And, boy, they had a couple games where they started real slow, but they ended up taking over and they did their job. But that game Sunday morning, Saturday night, I was like, I want to make sure I'm going to get up Sunday morning. And so, you know, I got up at like 7:55, you know, I did a bunch of stuff Saturday. I was tired, you know, but I got up and Amber's like, do you want to go to the early church service or do you want to go to the late church service? I'm like, we're doing nothing today. I'm going to go hockey. I didn't say that, but I was like, let's see how it goes. Let's try the late service. But so as soon as I turned the game on, boom, the goal. And I'm like, oh my gosh, we're going to kill them. And then after that first period, Canada literally dominated the entire game. Listen, I don't know a lot of hockey players' last names because they're like Berchukov, Lakamaka, or, you know, Kalishnikov or whatever. You know, they're all these weird names. Most time.
Lisecki.
Most time. Yeah. Lisecki. No Poland people here. The Liseckis are nice people. Do not defame them. Dorothy Mantooth was a saint.
Sorry, I wasn't talking about Marion Harding legend kids. Okay,
that's
not what I meant.
Not those Liseckis. I got you.
Yeah, I thought. Never mind.
Sorry. They got a family band, man. Do not decry them. Anyways,
I have a daughter in class right now. Great kid.
Oh yeah, she's a great kid. I've had a couple of them too. But Hughes getting bopped in the face, dude. And then, and they're like, and so funny, like, oh, they're picking up their chiclets off them. I'm like, what is this? You know, so he came out and the United States held on. I was kind of upset they did not score on their power play, and then they ended up getting themselves in trouble. Like just like a Xanax moment. And then Hughes at the end was 3-on-3. I'm like, oh my gosh, we might actually win this thing. And you have the pride of CBJ, pop one over to Hughes, and he just dunked. It was. How is it not comparable to the Miracle on Ice? I mean, the Miracle on Ice was great. Yeah, you know, USA, Soviet, roar! You know, we beat them commies and all that bull crap. But that wasn't a gold medal game. That was a nothing game. It was just a game. So the fact that the United States did that in a gold medal game against a rival and everything politically and everything, that was a beautiful moment. And have you seen a picture of Hughes where he's like, and he has his teeth? I'm like, dude, like I seriously want to make that my profile picture. And Actually, I don't want to talk about it too much, but I may have made a fat head out of him and put it on the ceiling in my room.
Say it with me. USA. Come on.
USA.
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 USA. Yeah, it was
so
great,
hockey-
man. I loved it.
Yeah, hockey's
And
made
I'm
me a
not,
fan
I'm
out of
not,
you.
again, yeah, and I'm not a huge hockey fan, but, it's one of those things where you recognize that moment and how important it is. It's kind of up there, when George Bush threw out the first ball after 9/11. It's like, even if you don't like that sport, that's a really important moment, not only for a sport, but for the nation. And yeah, that was a great moment. And man, they represent themselves. I just loved how, all those Canadian guys were getting their silver medals. Oh, by the way, I may have watched church online. I didn't go to the late service because I was like, And so I loved how they were giving the Canadians all their silver medals, and they all look like their dog just died. They're like, and then the one guy's like, who do you think won the game? We played the better game. No, you didn't. You schlep rock. You lost 2-1 or 3-1 or whatever. 3-2. 2-1.
Few thoughts. So first off, the Lord will forgive you, I'm sure, for missing church in person one time. Secondly, I saw something that said you almost want to be the bronze medal winner because that means you went off on winning a game versus getting second. Sometimes that's kind of like, hey, yeah, here's your consolation prize. Trust me, we've been there. We got a silver medal right there from losing regional final. It's great and all. At the time, it's like
yeah,
keep your participation trophy somewhere else.
Yeah. Do you know an
but,
Olympic medalist by chance?
No, I only know a bunch of kids that were regional final runner-ups in the 2024 OHSA Ohio High School Football Playoffs. So.
Yeah. Actually, I know an Olympic medalist.
Do you?
I do. A guy who was he's a friend of mine. I grew up with him, and he was in my band and stuff. Played drums. His mom was an Olympic medalist, Debbie Davis. She won a bronze medal at the Mexico City Games or something like that, and then she should have. Then the next Olympics, she thought, "Oh, I'll get it. I'll do next time." That was the games where the United States basically sat out. So, yeah.
You trying to one up me? Are you trying to one up me? Somebody with a bronze medal. I know a Super Bowl champion and NFL MVP. Okay, are you trying to? You're trying to one up me with my Matthew Stafford story.
You met him one time, and he couldn't pick you out from a can of paint.
I bet you met Debbie one time.
How about this? I know a 2-time Grey Cup winner and a Grey Cup MVP.
Yeah. Well, I know a teacher that taught at Marion Harding for 15 years.
And then left you high and dry.
Yep. It's all right. I'm friends with the math guys now. Shout out to my math friends.
And the math bath, having Bravo parties.
And the health teacher, my boys. I got one more Olympic story for you. So we're driving home yesterday from Pittsburgh. We are riding in a minivan together. Actually, I got one more story for you on our way to Pittsburgh. So we're driving home yesterday in a minivan, me and a bunch of coaches. We're riding Coach Dick's minivan back. We stopped at Bob Evans. We were gonna go to this restaurant in Pittsburgh that we had on Saturday, but it was closed, so we ended up going. We're just driving home. Stopped at Bob Evans.
Did you go to Panini's? Did you go to Panini's in Pittsburgh?
Permane Brothers, buddy. Yes, of course we had Permane Brothers when we go.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
Of course we did. Of course. Come on.
Gotta go.
I'm a real Steelers fan, baby. Of course. Anyway, so we're sitting at this Bob Evans yesterday, and we're sitting by the window, and you see this family pull up. The mom gets out of the car. The daughter gets out of the car. And then the dad slowly gets out of the car. And the dad is wearing a hockey shirt, like USA hockey jersey. And we're all like, why you're wearing that out in public? Well, like, we're just talking to ourselves. And somebody goes, no. You don't understand. That guy was all invested on the couch by himself. And the wife walked in and said, we're going to breakfast together. He didn't want to. You could see in his face in that moment. But he did it for his family because he knew it was either you go to Bob Evans or you better have your bags packed when we get home. And so
That's
we
true.
walk out, and he's got it right there on his. He got the compromise, but it's one of those moments where you realize now that I'm a dad, now that I'm a husband, I recognize those things, and I knew in that moment what that guy was feeling, and I knew what he wanted to do, and I knew that he did not want to be at Bob Evans with his family at that moment, but he made the sacrifice and he did it.
He did it. And it reminds me a little bit like, you said you guys were all sitting at the hotel room, watching the football games. If you were all as dedicated husbands to that, wouldn't you all brought your wedding videos and be like, hey, this is our wedding. Wasn't this great? Look at the candles. And, oh, those color matches were really great, weren't they? And then be like, oh, yeah, dude, Daryl, what a good idea to do gold and blue. Oh, I loved it. Yeah, it was beautiful. Is that what you did?
Yeah, of course.
Good.
So on the drive there.
That's what good committed husbands do.
Yeah. On the drive there, we're in this minivan. We're in Coach Dick's minivan. We're driving through Akron, getting onto an exit ramp, and you just hear this pop. Back left tire blows up right before this exit ramp. He pulls over. This thing is shredded. So he makes a phone call. We end up taking an Uber. Long story short, we end up taking an Uber. This guy picks us up on the highway, on the side of the highway, picks us up, drives us to a Burger King in Akron. We sat there for 2.5 hours as Coach Dick got his car towed, his minivan towed from the exit ramp to a tire shop. Walked there, sat there for he sat there for an hour with us. Oh man, but ended up making it to Pittsburgh. The Uber that we got in, very very small car. And I'm not a small guy, okay? But I'm definitely not the biggest guy on our coaching staff. Mr. Matt Klum, who is pretty large gentleman, he's in the back seat. I'm in the back seat, pretty much on him like this, like squeezed in. Process the back seat, arm around me, just relaxing. My buddy Sorensen, who's also not a small guy, he gets in the front seat. He's up like this into the dash. He scoots back a little bit. He goes and puts his hand in to close the door. and the part where he grabbed it, there was water. There was not a water bottle, like standing water in it. And he's like, he closed the door, he touches it. He's like,
what? Was it raining? Was it raining?
No. I asked. Well, I said, I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, Sorensen, you should ask the guy, like, is this like free to drink? Do I slurp it out, or do I have a straw or something? So it was
complimentary water.
Yeah, it was a 5-minute drive. Luckily, we were very close to the tire shop and the Burger King that we ended up inevitably going to. But yeah, it was not a long drive, but it was definitely a
I was hoping you were going to say all that mass in the back of the car popped the other tire on the Uber car, or busted a shock.
Fortunately. So, 23 minutes in, we've talked about hockey. So.
It's a show about stupid stuff too, so it's good.
Yeah, hockey's it's one I've always wanted to get into, and like the Penguins are real big time in Pittsburgh and everything. And my bachelor party, we were in there we were in Pittsburgh for playoff hockey, and it's a big deal. It's a hard sport to get into when it's not something you really grew up in. But like you said, it's one of those moments of pride, and I wish that I would have paid a little bit more attention to it yesterday. But like I said, we were driving back, but the pride in me. USA.
Listen, it was great, and I'm glad we won. And of course, you're beating a rival, and now Canada has officially become the 51st state of the United States, and they get to call us daddy.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I was all 51st state, and then stop.
Daddy.
So, when we were at this casino the other night, they had Duke and Michigan on, and I've been watching some more college basketball. I've been following Ohio State a little bit more. I told you after football season's over, I get into it a little bit more. I wasn't surprised that Duke. Everybody's saying Duke stuns #1 Michigan, right? Like you got on ESPN, Duke stuns them. It was an even game. It was the line at the beginning. I mean, it was literally a pick 'em. But Duke play. I mean, Michigan's a good team. We know that Michigan's a great team. Dusty May in the last 2 years has really taken that program to elite levels that they have not been at since the old dude was there that went to the Cavs. And these teams are better than what he had.
Yeah, Juwan Howard had a couple decent years at Michigan. No,
not to that level of success. At
what's
his name?
This is Chris Webber, Fab Five kind of stuff now. Level.
But Duke, obviously, we're not going to find a way to give Michigan any credit for anything. Duke played a really good game. Duke was the better team that night. And Duke, to me right now, like, they're my clear-cut favorite to win it all. And I know people love Arizona. I don't love Arizona in the postseason because time after time after time, they are a 1 or 2 seed, and they lose very early on. And that's like, when we get to bracket time, like this in my back of my mind, it might be dumb, a team that people are going to pick very heavy to go far, far, far. I'm going to pick them to lose early because I just don't ever trust them. I don't trust their program. They're a great team this year. They have the most wins versus number one teams in a single season, a regular season, and the last whatever amount of years, like a long, long time. I just know that Arizona, when they get the postseason,
they usually
it's just not longevity. Yep.
Yeah, and now don't get me wrong. I like their backcourt. They have great guards. They have some experience there. They have a lot of. They're very solid. They're very long. They pass very well. Their defense is fantastic. I do wonder, coming out of that conference, how good it really is. I will say Duke is in the ACC, and I'm not a big believer in the ACC. The ACC is actually very iffy. Because here's the thing. Duke and Michigan clearly they're going to be the 1-2 seeds. They should be the 1-2 seeds, in my opinion.
The top two.
The top two seeds,
yeah.
There'll be 2 of the 4, and Arizona's probably going to be one of those 2. But there were some really tough calls against Michigan. Really tough calls in Duke's favor. What really hurt Michigan was their center getting his 3rd foul stupidly at the end of the first half, and that kind of set that tone for Michigan to kind of start. They weren't seeking things through. They kind of took the foot off the gas. They just didn't execute very well. I will say that Ohio State played Virginia nip and tuck. And Virginia is the second best team in that conference, second or third best team in that conference.
Which, by the way, Duke and Virginia play each other Saturday.
Yeah, and Ohio State they're not even the top 8. You know what I mean? What are they, 9th or something like that right now? So I don't believe in the ACC very much. I think they're just very top heavy with Duke. So though I do like Virginia in the sense of they have a lot of foreign players, so it's a different style, so it can be a little bit tricky to play against. But what helped Ohio State when they played them is Ohio State has some foreign players, so there's a little bit of a, style collision, if you will. But yeah, I like Duke. Duke has a good chance. I'm not really sold on Arizona. And did you watch the Arizona Houston game?
No, I was scoreboard watching it. I know it was on the other night. It was a busy day, busy weekend, and so I didn't. Yeah.
I watched some of it. Yeah, I watched some. That's probably about half of it. And
they have Kansas tonight.
And I'm not really sold on Kansas either. That's the thing. The Big 12 is just, you look at Kansas. If you took the name Kansas, pulled that off of that team, and you slapped on your fart-faced State University, you look at that and you'd go, I'm not as impressed with that. They may be a bubble team. Because here's the thing, Darren Peterson, or Drew Peterson, is fantastic, but he never wants to play. I don't think he has a good chemistry with the team.
Darren Peterson.
I don't think he has a lot of good chemistry with the team. You just see that. You can sense that. It reminds me of Ohio State. There's about 7 years ago, Ohio State had like 3 or 4 5-star players on that team, and they just did not have a good chemistry. And the team kind of fell apart, and they pooped their pants. And I can't remember, there's a 5-star kid from Texas. Like, he left immediately at the end of the season. It just wasn't good chemistry. I see that with Kansas. So,
are you saying like D'Angelo Russell's year?
No.
Or was it after D'Lo?
It was after D'Lo. Yeah, and I cannot remember, is McMillan or something like that, but I just kind of get that same sense where it's like, I don't think Kansas is going to do very well.
The
Iowa State's good.
when Patterson wants to play and he's there, obviously there's so much talent, and they can be anybody. It just, you're right. It doesn't fit in well.
It's me.
And I'm not
me.
saying
It's like me and everyone else. You know.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. As I talk about Arizona, there is a chance that they can still go on a run. I mean, they are immensely talented. It's kind of like they kind of feel like UConn a few years ago when it was just kind of like, do I trust UConn? Do I trust Dan Hurley yet? And obviously they went on and won the whole thing, and then when they won it back to back, that was kind of expected. Arizona can do that. So you have Duke, Arizona, Michigan. You said Iowa State you like a lot. Houston, UConn, Florida. Like, those teams can all go win this thing. And then there's a lot of teams beyond that. Like St. John's is on a 14-game win streak. Their longest in forever right now. And as long as Patino's there, like I can see them going on a good run. When the expectation last year as a 2 seed was to like, oh crap, like St. John's back and they're absolutely for real. Maybe the pressure's a little too high. They need to be like that 4 or 5 seed, and then you go shock somebody. Every week I'll get more and more into it. It's like I said, we're at a point right now. It's just hard. Taking a little bit of break, not as much on the TV at night for the wife, but we'll get into it. And before you know it, I mean, we're almost in March. March Madness is going to start here real soon. And we'll really break down after these conference tournaments and everything. And just to plant the seed, if you're a listener right now, plant the seed. This is going on the TikTok, okay? If you are over 18 years old, and you are not a member of high school anymore, you can't be in high school, okay? Or you're 18 years old and maybe you're not at the high school that we teach at, okay? You picking up what I'm putting down? You can join our bracket pool, my bracket pool, the Sabo bracket pool. That Scott is a 2-time or 1-time?
No, I got first one time and I got second the next year.
1 time and then almost went back to back, second place the next year. We have a champion on our show. A bracket pool.
I made a lot of money that year.
$5 per bracket. The goal this year is $200, winner take all. That means 1,000 brackets in the pool. Okay, either that or maybe we up it. Do we make it $10 per bracket? Really get the money flowing in there. So, go in some different options. Some people want second place. First, second, third place. I don't really like that because that means it's just more work I have to do instead of like, hey, you won, here's your money. I like winner take alls on stuff. So, but that's gonna be happening soon. We might even do 2. We might do 3. I don't know. We'll figure out. So, we'll do our bracket challenge, and I know the teams that I like this year, and then I know the teams that I think are fraudulent. And I don't know much about anything because I don't watch college basketball as much as I used to, and I wish that I did more. I really do, because it is a great sport. It just, when Ohio State's not great, it's hard. I mean, I wonder how dedicated it would be in football if Ohio State wasn't what they are every year. With just the amount that I am consumed with everything else, with my own football and life and everything, and work and jobs and the most important thing, family. Sometimes, because I'm so invested in my own team, that I'm so invested in everything else. If Ohio State wasn't as good, or if I was a fan of like Ohio, or just like State University or something, would I be as involved as I am? But because I let the Buckeyes of Ohio State, really get me going with it. I don't want them to make it. I don't want them to make it in the tournament. I don't. I mean, I do, and
there's
of course,
there's arguments for that. Yeah, there's goods and bads. Carlos Perez, shortstop from the Florida Marlins, right there, or whatever, Miami Marlins or whoever they are. Is that who you are with your necklace still? Carlos Perez? I don't know. I'm just Dominican.
I'm just the real Taylor Sabo.
Okay, so here's the thing. You're right. Ohio State. If they don't make it, nothing's going to change unless it has to change. Now, here's the thing. I do think Ohio State is a decent team. I don't think they're a good team. Do I think they're tournament worthy? Yes. Do I wish they'd make it? Yes. Do I want them to make it? No. Because something has to change. And I think that doesn't... I don't know if that necessarily starts with their coaching. I think it also starts with the support that Bjorn, or whoever his name is, gives to that program, and something has to change. And here's the thing. Everyone wants the same thing that Thad Matta was able to bring. That was lightning in a bottle. That was a Kentucky down year. And so all these kids, we were able to pull the Conleys and Odins and all these kids over to Ohio State. That was lightning in a bottle. You will never capture that again, ever, especially with NIL anymore.
Well, here's the thing with Ohio State is Bruce Thornton, who is making a name for himself as one of the maybe not one of the most talented Buckeyes of all time, but decorated. I mean, second now in career points at Ohio State, and that's because he's been there for a long time. That doesn't happen without playing many years there. But
4-year starter.
Him and Aaron Kraft, Aaron Kraft, and that's where it's like, as for me as a fan of Ohio State, that was the peak. Greg Oden and Mike Conley's year is great, but I fell in love with Ohio State basketball with Aaron Kraft. But it wasn't just Aaron Kraft playing the way he was. It was Deshaun Thomas. It was William Buford. It was Jared Sullinger. And it really felt like there was a passion for and love of the game for Ohio State basketball that, as I watch it now, and as I watched Holtman the last few years, and now Diebler, it just doesn't feel like that's there. And maybe that's just because NIL and what it is, and you're not going to get you don't get kids, whether it's football or basketball, to really come to your school because they want to be a Buckeye through and through no matter what. At some point in time, hey, being a Buckeye is cool, so is $1 million. I'm going to get along with it. Where so
in the NIL is not sustainable. Everybody knows that. But basketball is one of those sports when you're talking about what are some football and basketball schools? Who are they? Ones that are good at both. I mean dominant at both. The list is very, very small. Very small. I mean,
in the last 25 years, it's Florida.
Sure. But their football team has sucked for the last 10 years. Sorry.
You're right, but in the context of since 2000, 2 national championships in basketball, 2 national championships in football.
Sure.
Michigan's lost in 2 national championships in basketball.
You could argue that.
Yeah. That they obviously have their one in football with the. Please give me my asterisks. They're one in football. They run up twice in basketball. Michigan State is always in football. They had a good run in football with D'Antoni, where it was they were contenders for Big Ten championships and even made the playoff the one time. Basketball, they're always they haven't won one since 2002. Was it?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Something like that.
Cleves,
yeah. So obviously it's been a long time since they won it.
Big
but they're
Ten
always
in general.
Yes,
the Big Ten in general.
Yeah, the last team to win out of the Big Ten really is technically Maryland, and they were part of the ACC at the time. Steve Blake, Lakers legend, Steve Blake.
And here's the thing. I thought Purdue was going to win, but, they ran to the UConn buzzsaw, and I'm glad I picked UConn because I won money.
Yeah, I was not rooting for Purdue either way, so maybe I should have Big Ten pride, but I don't know. Yeah,
I think this is a year that...
Your point is that there's not that. You don't have it in both sports.
Right. And so we should, I don't want to say be realistic, but not have such high expectations of what would be good for Ohio State. I would love for Ohio State to make a tournament, and there's no reason in the world why Ohio State should not make a tournament every year and at least get to the Sweet 16 every other year. 3 out of 4 years would be fantastic. And then, every so often, we make a deep run. We have a good team, good group of seniors, juniors. We make a good run. There's no reason that should not be a normal expectation at a big university like Ohio State.
Upsets happen. Duke got beat by Lehigh as a 2 seed. I mean, But the moment that Ohio State really took the downturn was when we lost to Oral Roberts as a 2 seed, and we should not have lost to Oral Roberts. And that moment in time should have been Holtman being fired. And here's the thing: when they finally do let him go, they had a chance to go get Dusty May, and they chose to go with Diebler because he beat Purdue. And listen, John Diebler is an absolute legend. Okay, he's an Ohio State legend. He is an Upper Sandusky legend. I watched him as a young kid come to Gallion and put a bunch of points up on the Tigers. I was this little kid watching. I mean, that's awesome at that point in time, right? And then you go watch him play Ohio State. To bring Deebs along, they probably shouldn't have. That was the turning point, and they need. I don't know what has to change for something to need to change, but I just don't believe in the product, and because that's really hard to get invested. Now, once the Big Ten tournament comes around, I will more. I know that I will, because I do care. I don't care enough right now at this point in time.
Diebler, I think Diebler is actually a
That
good
makes it
coach.
such a sports
Yeah.
podcast because I'm getting on here talking about sports that I don't spend a lot of time watching right now.
Well, Diebler's a good. I think he's a good coach. I don't think he's a mature coach. And you can see the way the Ohio State plays defense, very flat-footed. They don't rebound hard. They do stupid things like there's no one telling Tilly what the game-winning shot opportunity, and Tilly is the one who comes out and shoots a three-pointer. That is a stupid. Like, you mean tell me like no one on that staff says, "Hey, moron, that's not the shot we need. You're not the guy. Sorry." And so I think Diebler's a good coach. What we should have done, not hired Diebler. He needs to go cut his teeth somewhere else for 10, 15 years, learn stuff, and then come back if there's an opening there, then he comes back. It's a little bit like the Brian Hartline thing.
Brian Hartline. I was just about to say Brian Hartline. We got lucky. The fact that Ryan Day is his first ever head coaching job was Ohio State, and he's been as good as he was. And we even had moments where we're like, if he would have done this at somewhere else first, would this happen? Now, he's won a national championship. He's a really darn good coach. No matter how many times we want to get upset with him, he's a great coach. But we got lucky with the fact that he was able to, his first head coaching job, be what it was and be successful. It doesn't happen. You need to go cut your teeth somewhere else, like Hartline, and you're right, Diebler needs to do it.
Right, and I think everyone knows if Hartline is as we hope he is and think he is, that'd be great in 10 years for him to, or 10 years for him to come to Ohio State and be the head coach. That'd be fantastic. And I think that's a little bit like Diebler. But yeah, I think there's a change that needs to happen, but it's going to be really, really hard to happen. I tell you what, I think this would be the best thing, and I've been telling my dad this. There's actually talk about Miami of Ohio not making the tournament, which is
a joke,
preposterous.
A joke.
Like,
yep.
Even I don't even care if they lose one game. If they go 33-1, they should be in the tournament. It's not 100%. A discussion. So what I think would be fantastic, and what I think would be a huge, huge, great opening game. First four, Dayton, Ohio, Miami, which is essentially a home game against Ohio State. Yep. That would be the prime time, beautiful game.
Yeah, I saw a tweet about it.
And here's the thing. If Diebler loses that game, see ya. Yeah, I think that's the excuse to get us out.
Ross won't do it, though. Ross won't do it. All right.
Beyond Bork, Ross?
Yeah. Right now, who's your team? Who's won it all? If you had to pick right now.
Boy, that's tough. I don't like Indiana's backcourt or Purdue's backcourt. They're too small, and I think they're just beat up. They're tired. They're very experienced. If you had a gun to my head and I had to put money on something, I'd say Michigan. And I know they just lost to Duke. But I think there are some very favorable calls for Duke in that game. And now that Duke has beat them, they have some anger in them now. They feel like they have something to prove.
Yeah. All right. I want to talk some NBA, but we're hitting 45 minutes. We'll save some NBA for next week. We'll definitely be bouncing back in NBA and in college basketball the next few weeks.
We're going to talk about Jaylen Brown being MVP. That's what.
No, he should be he should be close to the front runner right now, though. He's definitely making a point. We will talk NBA next week. A lot less football. Obviously, NFL draft stuff will be coming up in the next few weeks, but NBA and college basketball the next few. We spent a good time in college basketball. Obviously, hockey took a big center stage. So to not spend more than an hour, we'll skip NBA. We'll do that next week. CamDog's conversation. Go ahead.
Oh, I tell you what. This is really important. Because here we are. We just had a beautiful weather. We had like 3 or 4 days. It was gorgeous weather. I mean,
61.
It was to the point. Yeah, dude. I mean, you sent me those weird pictures of you naked on your porch. You're like, hey, is it warm enough for this yet? And I'm like, but let's be honest.
I wasn't. I had this on.
That's right. Shortstop from Puerto Rico. So, what is the best season and what is the worst season?
Okay. I'm going to rank them. I'm just going to give you my rankings. So first off.
Ooh, okay.
Winter is dead last. There's nothing great about winter other than like your holidays, your Christmas and whatever, your New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, your Super Bowl, and your college football game. Like the champions are crowned in the winter, and that is the only good thing about the winter. Other than that, your season ends. Football's over. You don't get any more of it. You know when that happens? During the winter. Okay? It's cold outside. You know what I hate more than anything? The cold. When does that happen? During the winter. Okay? Spring is 3. Okay, spring is 3 because as much as I love March Madness, as much as I love the NBA, it is still spring, and it's just like it's like the byproduct of winter. It's like a Tuesday, right? It's not as bad as a Monday, but it's still a Tuesday. You know what I mean?
It's winter junior.
Yeah, it's winter junior because like you'll have 64 driving home with the AC on, and then I get up the next morning and it's 14 degrees outside, and I'm like, this is miserable. I hate my life. The summer and fall. The summer and fall. I love summer weather. I love nothing more than 85 degrees, mow my yard, barbecue outside, sit down on the deck after a long day, have a nice cold Dr. Pepper, hang out, talk. So I mean, I love it. There's nothing better than that. But the fall, man, the fall comes back around, the leaves start to fall, and a Saturday, I turn on the TV. And
California dreaming.
I'm in joy. My family is there. Football's on the TV. Good food. Not caring the world after a long week of work. And so the summer is so much better in every aspect. But because what I enjoy the most, that family time watching football, happens in the fall. The prime time of in the fall. My wife goes to work on a Sunday. Me and my almost 2-year-old son, guess what we did every Sunday? We watched some NFL football. We wake up, watch the pregame stuff where I had some football stuff to do. The Steelers played at 4:30. We would go on a grocery run in the morning, like right about 1 o'clock. He comes home, he takes a nap. We just watch football together, me and my young son. And that's what I want for the next 30 years of my life,
Wait a minute. So you want your son to come sit on the couch with you on your lap and watch football when he's 30?
Maybe not on my lap, but sit with me, have a nice cold Dr. Pepper, watch football, watch it on Saturdays.
Will you be cuddled with him?
Family.
If he be cuddled with you like in the Uber?
If we're sobbing after a hard loss, that's why like fall is 1, summer's 2, spring is 3, and winter, because it takes away what we love. It takes away the football that we love, and it's cold, and I hate the cold. Winter's 4.
I can respect that. Though you're wrong. So if I had to rank them from favorite to least, my favorite is fall. And I know a lot of people really like fall. All the leaves are brown and the sky is gray.
I don't care about any of that. Pumpkins. I don't care about no dang pumpkins. I don't care about the leaves actually falling.
We should smash them because despite of my rage, I'm still just a rat in a cage. I'm a lover and I'm a 0. Anyways, so I would, but I really love fall. And here's the thing. It all comes down to one common theme, which you'll get at the end. I love fall. I love the idea like, I can wear a nice quarter zip and shorts. Long sleeve quarter zip and shorts. And I feel majestic. It's like
or a hoodie and shorts.
Oh, yeah. And people are like, why do you wear shorts? I'm like, why are you asking me? Because you're a moron. So, number 2, winter. I know, you're like, winter, and it's real simple. You ready? One thing, soups. I love chili. My wife makes the best chili. And listen, her chili is fantastic. And when do we have chili? Winter. In fact, guess what I'm getting ready to have for dinner? Go on, say it.
Soup, chili. But you're doing it wrong.
Thank you.
You can have a beautiful chili in the fall. You can have a beautiful chili in the fall while you're watching football.
Correct. But that's what I mean. That's why fall is number 1. And then number 2 is winter. And I tell you what, I like winter because it's relaxing for me. I'm not constantly going. Because once that weather's nice, it's go. And so winter gives me some time to decompress, relax, And you know what? I love going outside in the winter time. And I just like going outside and hearing nothing. It's nice. It's refreshing. Number 3, spring. Listen, I
Oh,
like spring. Listen, I like spring, but you know what I hate? Rain. Constant
hate rain. That's
freaking
why it's
rain.
3. That's why it's 3.
Cold rain is like bleh, bleh, bleh. So I'm not a big fan of spring just because of that. You know, it's nice because like, oh, the birds are chirping, and it's like, oh, that's fine, you know. But it's like cold rain. It's deceptive. It's like just pulling the rug out from underneath you. Like, here comes summer. My least favorite, summer. You know why? Because I hate going outside, and I could be butt naked, and I'm still sweating like a daggone animal that's trying to work in a rice paddy or dig a tunnel for the Charlies or something. It's terrible. I hate it. I don't like sweating. I don't like sweating when I don't want to sweat. And you only do that in the summer. I hate it. So, it all revolves around one thing. Girth. Fat people should hate summer. Okay?
I'm a big guy, and I love me some summer. I blast the AC. If I want to be cool, I go inside. I mow the yard, take a nice break, take a nice cool drink. That's all you need.
No.
You just don't do it right. You're not mowing your yard right. You're not doing it right to not enjoy your summer.
And AC, what? Some of us aren't married to doctors, and we can't put our AC on 62 during the summer.
I got a unit in my house, in my garage that I'm selling. It's yours for half the price of what I listed it as.
What a guy! Listen, but think about spring. It's that deceptive. Fall is beautiful because it's fat man summer. You know what I mean? And then like winter is like, oh, I can handle the winter. I'm a thick guy. But man, summer, I just don't like summer. And I know people are like, whenever people are like, I have a friend, Tamla Knight. And I love Tamla. She's my buddy. Tamla's like, oh, I love summer. It's so wonderful. I get to sit by the pool. And I'm like, listen.
She's Donald Trump's sister.
No. So it's like,
but see, like I got football. Like it's not quite football in the summer, but like lifting, I get to go lifting. I get to be around it.
Sure.
I mow my yard, and it's just like it's like the appetizer. It's like the appetizer to the steak. All right, it's the mozzarella sticks that come out. Yeah, it might be a little hot. Ooh, let it cool down for a second. But it's not always burning hot. It's just the right moments when it's hot, and then you get right into your steak, your nice fall steak, baby.
So you don't like dessert then? You don't like the winter ice cream? That'd be the parable.
I told you I love like the Super Bowl beans. Like the Super Bowl is the Christmas, all those like the little parts of it. But after I eat the dessert, I'm like, man, that was a mistake. Shouldn't have done it.
Uncomfortable.
And that's what winter is. Winter's a mistake. Sure, they're great parts. I got off work today, right? I didn't have to go to work. I mean, sorry, remote work today. I had to do remote work today. That was great. It was a great remote day. Okay, but it's just not. It's bottom tier. It's bottom tier. It's kind of like drinking a Mellow Yellow, you know? Like, it's good.
Wait
it's
a minute. Time out. Do not defame that pop. I love Mellow Yellow. Okay. So you can cut the crap, pal.
Okay, sorry. It's like drinking a
Dr. Thunder. Instead of Dr. Pepper.
It's like drinking a Dr. Thunder. It's okay. It takes the edge off, right? Like, I drink a lot of Dr. Pepper. My wife says like I shouldn't drink Dr. Pepper as much as I do. But I'm like, would you rather me be addicted to smoking cigarettes or crack or Dr. Pepper? Because it's one of those things. It's like I need something to take the edge off.
Wait a minute.
So I might as well.
Wait, are you really saying that if you did not drink Dr. Pepper, you'd be smoking crack? You and Michael Irvin would start beating the crap out of water jugs.
I'm just saying, why would I even need to try? I got Dr. Pepper in my life, so it's like it's good. Dr. Thunder's okay. It just doesn't take the edge off enough. The crack. It's not like it's more like a. And you drink it, and you're like.
Silo jugs everywhere are eternally grateful for Kelly and her allowance of you to drink Dr. Pepper. Everywhere.
We haven't talked in 2 weeks. Kroger had buy 2 get 3 on pop.
Oh,
buy 2 get 3.
Best deal in the world.
Guess how many cases of pop I bought?
Oh, I know. You get 10 because you can redeem it twice. And did you get 10 Dr. Pepper?
No. I mixed and match. I got some Baja Blast, got some root beers, got some Orange Crush, got some 7-Up, got some Coke, got the Cherry Flow Coke. 20 cases of pop.
Wait, hold on. What? Because you and Kelly did it?
No, I went on Sunday and then went on Tuesday.
Wait, I thought you could only get it 2 times. Oh, so you can do it 2 times a day.
Well, you can get only 10 per trip. See, I don't know if I didn't use Kelly's points the second time. I didn't use her number. I went and use my number just in case. But, tomato,
So,
you know what I'm saying?
So you spent like $90 on pop.
Oh man, it's enough to last till
It
March.
lasts a while. Oh yeah. I know. I know. They look at me like I'm like some psycho samadhi. Like I drive through with like 10 things of Mountain Dew, green Mountain Dew, straight regular. I'm like, yes, this is mine.
Oh, my garage fridge is full. The wine fridge does not have wine in it, and
pepper.
And the regular fridge
It's
also
like
has yes, and then actually of those 20, only 18 are mine. Okay, Kelly likes ginger ale. I don't do ginger ale. I did buy her like the strawberry ginger ale and the cranberry or cherry one. Those are in the pantry because she doesn't drink it very often. So she wants one. She has to take it out to put in the fridge bag cold. So I only got 18 cases for myself.
I don't
the
want to
sacrifice
be
I'm
mean.
willing to make for my family.
I don't want to be mean or anything.
We're
But
ending this conversation.
My opinion of Kelly just went down just.
Oh yeah, no, she's a psychopath,
Ginger ale.
and she likes that probiotic soda now, like the poppy or whatever.
Listen, if you're gonna die, you're gonna die happy.
I'd rather
Drink
eat
the
a white
stuff.
log. I'd rather lick a white dog turd than drink a probiotic soda. No, I do the zero sugar, a little less on the belly, but
that has bad stuff in it. That's what I mean. You're gonna die either way.
yeah,
You're gonna die.
I don't do it for the health benefits. I just do it because a little less on the belly makes me feel good. So.
Sure. I'm just drinking my carcinogens.
Listen,
you're
I'm
gonna
all
die
about
either way, man.
I don't care about the effects tomorrow. I care about the effects in 2 hours. On a regular sugar pop, you might not see me if I'm hanging out and I have a nice cold regular Dr. Pepper. I need zero sugar Dr. Pepper.
Sure, man. You do you, boo.
All right. Anything else?
I believe this has been a good first episode back. I'm glad we did this together, Taylor.
Yep, I do. I always enjoy our time together. I will see you next week, and we'll talk some NBA and some more college basketball and gear up for March Madness bracket. Let's go.
Boy.
Jamal, take us out.
Because if you go piss like a puppy, stay on the porch and let the big dogs eat.